Today I'm about to harvest my elderberries. It's an exciting time for me because I've taken measures to secure these elderberries in these organza bags. And these are just breathable mesh bags to protect the berries from the critters like the birds and the squirrels and whatever wildlife in my area that would find these to be food for their survival. Now, so far I have three different options to process these elderberries. One, I can make a tincture with them like I did last year with the berries. Or two, I can make an elderberry syrup to use as an immune system booster. Or three, I can process it in a safe way to remove the toxins first, which that means I have to heat it up, which I'm going to heat it up in my oven for about a half hour, which allows the toxins in those berries to be destroyed. Then I am going to throw them in my dehydrator so they can be dehydrated. Then I will turn them into a powder and use them as elderberry powder. Now elderberries ripens at different stages, and so I'm able to harvest some of these first, but I'm going to leave some of the other ones that are still protected on the plant because they're not quite yet ready. And it's so easy for you to figure that out because the berries, when not ripened properly, they won't have that dark rich color, and so you want it to get to that stage first before harvesting. Unlike other berries such as raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and all those other delicious berries, elderberries should not be eaten raw because they contain toxins which are dangerous for consumption, and so they should be cooked down first or turned into a tincture before consuming. It's said that elderberries may support heart health, improve antioxidant status, may even contain anti-cancer, anti-diabetic, and anti-inflammatory benefits. But first, do your own research and consult with your medical professional. This is not by any means any professional or any medical advice, but I'm just sharing with you what I'm growing in my garden and the things I do with it and what I use it for in my belief. Now, as you can see, these ones here in the mesh bags are not fully ripened yet. There's still some green ones here. So I'm going to let these ripen on the tree, and I'm going to be harvesting them later on in the season, probably give them a week or two and see how that goes. But the critters are not bothering them at all. There's another green bunch I didn't put in a bag, but these are all the bags that I was able to harvest today, and I'm going to get them off the stems and get to processing. It's a really nice haul. Now I can show you that I have way more elderberries than I would ever need. Um, I don't like making things with a lot of sugar in it, even though I do make preserves like apple butter and stuff like that, but I'd rather not make. Look at the beauty. Look how beautiful this is, guys. Elderberries grown in my backyard in such a small space. And I made a video last year where at the end of the season, I went in and I trimmed some of the roots that were popping up in places that I wouldn't want this plant to grow. And so I was able to control it quite a bit, and it did exactly what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to be doing the same thing this year, and so that way I'll be able to control it. Now, certain things I don't mind it spreading, like mint and mint varieties that spread underground, like the roots run parallel and they pop up in places that some people may not want them to grow, but mint I enjoy, and I would like as much mint as I can possibly use. Too much is better than not enough for me. And so with the mint, I'm okay with that spreading, but with the elderberry, the tree is just too big. It's harder to control. It's really tall, so I prune it down really, really low at the end of the season when it's done bearing fruit. Look at that, guys. This is just two bunches of elderberries in here. And I have, that was two bags, three, oops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and as I've shown you earlier, that I still have a bunch more that are covered with the mesh bags on the plant, even some that are not covered with the mesh bag. But they're going to ripen. I'm going to have sufficient elderberries to do with whatever I choose to do with. I normally make tinctures, like I've mentioned before, with the elderberry, and I'd rather do that with it. I can do some more research and look into it and see what else I can make without adding that sugar content to it, because I'm getting older and I'm watching my sugar intake. So, with that said, I don't like going in too much on my personal health journey because it's my personal journey and what I'm doing for me to stay healthy. And that's more on a personal side for me. So, with that said, y'all, I'm gonna clean up my elderberries. I'm happy with the amount that I've gotten. Last year, I didn't get this much. So, I'm thinking every year it's gonna be better and better. The first year, I didn't get any at all because it was the first year I planted it, obviously. The second year, I got fruits, and also the third year in abundance. So, if you're thinking about growing elderberry and you have a small space, it can be done. You just have to stick with it and make sure you prune it back at the end of the season and you dig up the extra roots that it's going to spread in places that you don't want this plant to grow. This is all for now. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.